Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are safe and fine at your home. Students, welcome back in your mathematics class. This is your mathematics class for class 9th. Today we are going to start chapter 9, chapter name Areas of Parallelograms and Triangles. So students, this is your 9th chapter in 9th class. In earlier classes, we have learned some formulas for finding the area of different figures such as triangle, rectangle, parallelogram, squares, etc. In this chapter, we will study the knowledge about these formulas by studying some relationship between the areas of these formula under the conditions when they lie on the same base and between the same parallels. So students, this is your lecture 1. In this lecture, this is your lecture 1. In this lecture, we will discuss about introduction. It means some previous knowledge related to this chapter. All the definitions, theorem 9.1 and 9.2, and parallelogram on same base and between the same parallels concept. So student, in this lecture, we will discuss about all the definitions with theorems and with the most important concept, that what happened when two parallelograms on same base and lie between same parallels. So students, start your lecture with some definitions. First definition is planar region. The part of the plane enclosed by a simple closed figure is called a planar region. It means, what do you mean by plane? Plane means a simple plane surface like our table, our blackboard, our door. It means the part of the plane enclosed by a simple closed figure. It means a part of plane enclosed or covered with simple closed figure is called planar region. So student, the magnitude or the measure of this planar region is called its area. It means if we have a simple closed figure, so that the magnitude and the measure of this planar region is called its area. So now we will discuss about all different types of areas. First is triangular region. So students, you know it very well that what is triangular region. Triangle means a triangle, a three-sided polygon, or a polygon made by three line segment or area enclosed between three line segments. We called it as a triangle. And now this region, the area of this region, we called it as triangular region. Like the previous definition, this part of the plane enclosed by a simple closed figure. So this is planar region. Which type of planar region? The shape of the region is triangular. Shape of the region is triangular. So student, this is triangular region. So the proper definition of the triangular region is the part of the plane enclosed by a triangle is called its interior of the triangle, and the union of the triangle and its interior is called the triangular region. Union of triangle and its interior means union of this border with this interior region is called triangular region. Rectangular region is this. This is an example of a rectangle or a parallelogram or a four-sided polygon. So the definition of the rectangular region is the part of the plane enclosed by a rectangle is called the interior of the rectangle, and the union of rectangle and the interior part of the rectangle is called rectangular region. Similarly, next one is polygon region. Polygonal region is the part of the plane enclosed by a polygon is called the interior of the polygon, and the union of this polygon and the interior part of the polygon is called a polygonal region. So student, these are the three types of the region. First is triangular region, second one is rectangular region, and third one is polygonal region. Now next is area. Exam. What is area? Area concept of area exactly similar. The properties are similar to the concept of the line or length of a line segment, because this area is the smallest unit for these type of measurements. So students, what is area? Every polygonal region has an area measured in square unit. every polygon region has an area measured in square units. We measure it in square units. So students, this is your area axiom. We have so many different type of axioms like congruent area axiom, and we know about the congruent figures. Yes, we know it is related to your 7th chapter triangle. In 7th chapter we read about all these congruencies. Let me explain or recall your concept. Two figures are congruent if they have the same shape and the same size. If two figures are similar to each other only in their shape, then they are not congruent to each other. They have to same in size also. It means when we are comparing the two diagrams, if they are congruent to each other, it means they are completely overlap with each other. They are completely covered with the other diagram. It means one vertex is covered with the one first vertex of the another figure, second vertex and second vertex of both the diagrams should be overlap with each other. So we call them congruent figures. It means when they have same shape as well as same size. If two figures A and B are congruent, I already explained all these things in your 7th chapter. Let me recall you. If two figures A and B are congruent, then they must have an equal area. However, the converse of this statement is not true. If two figures are congruent to each other, then definitely 101% they are equal in area, but the converse of this statement is not true. It means if two diagrams or figures are equal in area, then it is not compulsory that they are equal in congruent as well also. So students, if two figures A and B are congruent, they must have equal area. However, the congruence of this converse of this statement is not true. Converse of this statement is not true. So students, converse of this statement is not true. Let me explain how. I took this example. In the other words, two figures having equal area need not to be congruent. So students, these two diagrams have same area because it is a rectangle. We know the formula for finding the area of rectangle is length into breadth. It means 4 into 9. It is 36. This is a square. All sides are equal to each other. It means area of square is side into side. It means 36 centimeter square. It is also 36 centimeter square. It is also 36 centimeter square. So students, they both are 36 centimeter square. They are equal in area, but they are not congruent to each other because they are not equal and they are not same in shape. So students, that's why two figures can congruent if they are in equal area. It is a wrong statement. If two figures are congruent, then they must be equal in area, but the vice versa of the statement is not true. Students, next topic is figures on the same base and between the same parallels. When two figures are present between two parallels and they are having a common base, then what will happen? So students, you are confused that how it is possible and how we will draw this diagram. Then two figures are present on a same base and lie between the same parallel. So students, two figures or two geometrical figures are said to be on a same base and lie between the same parallels if they have a common base. If they have a common base, it means they have a common side and the vertices opposite to the common base, and the vertices opposite to the common base of each figure lie on a line parallel to the base. It means if two geometrical figures are present on a same base, it means they have a common side and both the figures are stand on that common side, and the vertex opposite to the common base of each figure lie on a line parallel to the base. So how it will happen? If we have a parallelogram like this, we have a parallelogram A, B, C, D, and students, if we have a second parallelogram like this A, B, E, F, Now two parallelograms, parallelogram ABCD, parallelogram ABCD and parallelogram ABEF, they both are present on a common base. They have a common base and they both figures are lie between two parallel lines. How it is possible? Because we know it very well that opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel to each other. We know it very well that AB is parallel to CD as well as AB is parallel to EF also. So definitely AB is parallel to DE. So these two figures, these two geometrical figures having a common base as AB lie between two parallel lines AB parallel DE. And the most important condition in this concept is this: it should be clearly noted that out of these two parallel lines, one must be line containing the common base. One line must be as common base. It means we are going through this concept with two geometrical figures and we are saying that we have a common base and two lines which are present parallel to each other in these two diagrams, then one parallel line should be or must be a common base, same as common base. It must be present there. So it should be clearly noted, students, or not. Out of two parallel lines, one must be the line containing the common base. Now we will take some examples related to this concept. So students, these are four different diagrams. In this diagram, we have one parallelogram PQSR and the second is PMNO. So students, recognize and try to convert this diagram into two different figures which are present on a same base and lie between the same parallel. So and you should write also that which one is common base and which two sides are parallel to each other. So in this diagram, these two diagrams PQRS and PMNO are present on a common base or not? You tell me, they are present on a common base or not? Yes students, these both diagrams are present on a common base. Yes or no? So students, let me show you. In this diagram, PMNO, base is this only, base is PM, and in the diagram PQSR, the base is PQ, the base is PQ. So in this diagram, we don't have a common base. Otherwise, these two lines are parallel, these two figures are present between two parallels, but it is useless. First of all, we have to check they are present on a common base or not. So in this diagram, both geometrical figures are not present on a common base. Let me check in the second diagram. In this diagram, we have a trapezium ABCD and a triangle DPC. So in this diagram, students, try to check that they have a common base and between parallels or not. Yes students, they have a common base. DC is a common base because this DC is present as a base in trapezium as well as in this triangle. So DC is a common base, and in this diagram, these two geometrical figures lie between same parallel, DC parallel AB, DC parallel AB. So these two geometrical figures are said to be that they are lie between a common base DC and between two same parallels DC parallel AB. And what was the condition? That one parallel line must be equal to common base. So in this diagram, DC, which is a common base, parallel to the AB. So this diagram is following that condition. In third diagram, we have a common base SR because in this SR XY, in this diagram PQRS and SRXY, they both quadrilateral have a common base SR, but in this diagram parallel lines are not there because these two diagrams are upward and downward to each other. They are not touching to each other. It means they are not lying parallel to each other, or they are not joining this line completely with each other. So students, in this diagram we have only common base, parallels are not there. So this diagram not follow this concept. In this diagram we have ABCD, a quadrilateral, a triangle PRQ. In triangle PRQ, base is PQ, and in ABCD, base is BC. So in this diagram also we don't have a common base and do not have any parallel line. So student, now I think you clear this concept, you learn this concept, and if you have any doubt, then it will be clear with next concept, which is our first theorem. Our first theorem is theorem 9.1. Parallelograms on the same base and between the same parallels are equal in area. It means we have to prove that if two parallelograms are present on a same base and lie between the same parallels, then they are equal in area. So student, first of all, we have to draw a diagram, a parallelogram ABCD and a parallelogram EFCD. We draw two parallelograms. They both parallelograms on a common base DC, and DC and AF are parallel to each other. It means they both parallelograms have a common base and lie between same parallels. So what is given to us? ABCD, EDCF are parallelogram on same base DC, and between the same parallels AF and DC. AF and DC. So students, we have to prove that area of these two parallelograms are equal. Area of ABCD is equal to area of EDCF. So students, let me explain some important points related to this chapter, that you have to write all areas in this type of small AR, and you have to mention complete name of the figure in under the bracket. So try to write like this only. So students, for this proof, for proving that these two parallelograms are lie on a, first of all I will take these two small triangles. In triangle ADE and the second triangle BCF, in these two triangles, first of all I am going to prove congruency between these two triangles. For the congruency I need three elements. First of all students, it is very clear that these two quadrilaterals are parallelograms. So we have all the properties of a parallelogram, that opposite sides are equal to each other, they are parallel to each other, opposite angles are equal to each other, and then I will try to prove with these properties. First of all, we will write like this. In a triangle ADE, comma, and triangle BCF. First of all, angle DAE, it means this angle. Angle DAE means this angle, and angle CBF. These two angles are equal to each other because they are corresponding angles. Similarly, angle AED, it means this angle, and angle BFC, they both are corresponding angles. If they both are corresponding angles and they are equal to each other, then by angle sum property, if in two triangles two angles are equal to each other, then the remaining third angle definitely is equal to each other. They are equal to each other. So we will use this angle ADE and angle BCF. So students, first thing is this, these two angles are equal to each other. Second thing, this side is equal to this side, opposite sides of a parallelogram. This side is equal to this side, opposite side of a parallelogram. So by SAS, both the triangles are congruent to each other. But students, we have another method to prove this, because if these two pair of triangles are equal to each other, then definitely if AB is equal to EF, why they both are equal to each other? Let me explain. AB is equal to DC, opposite sides of a parallelogram. EF is equal to DC, opposite side of a parallelogram. So students, if DC is equal to AB as well as EF, then definitely they both are equal to each other. AB is equal to EF. So if we will subtract EB from both sides, then definitely we have AE is equal to BF. So by ASA, both the triangles are congruent. So students, you have so many methods to prove these two triangles are congruent. You try any method by your choice. I choose this method. This angle is equal to each other by angle sum property of triangles. AD is equal to BC, opposite sides of parallelogram. So that by ASA, congruency of rule triangle ADE is congruent to triangle BCF. So students, these two triangles are congruent, then definitely if two triangles are congruent, then area of these two triangles are also equal to each other, because it is fixed that congruent figures have equal area. So students, if area of these two triangles are equal to each other, from your diagram, if I will explain, area of these two triangles are equal to each other. If I will add area of this part of quadrilateral on both sides, then we will get our answer. So students, area of ABCD is equal to area of ADE plus area of EBCD CB. So we will replace this with the another triangle, and then when we will add these two part of the parallelogram, we will get our second parallelogram, area of EFCD. So area of ABCD is equal to area of EFCD. So student, this is your first theorem. It is very important theorem. You have to revise it, learn it. Now student, I want to explain your second example, which we will take as a theorem. Second part of first theorem. It is your second example, but we will use in your complete chapter as a theorem. What it is? If a triangle and a parallelogram are on the same base and between the same parallels, then prove that the area of triangle is equal to the half of the area of parallelogram. It means what is given to us? If a triangle and a parallelogram on a same base and lie between the same parallel, then we have to prove it that area of this triangle is equal to the half of the parallelogram. For this, draw diagram first. We have a parallelogram ABCD. We have a parallelogram ABCD, and we have a triangle APB. So triangle PAB and parallelogram ABCD are on the same base AB and lie between the same parallel AB and PC. AB and PC. We have to prove that area of triangle PAB is equal to half of area of parallelogram ABCD. So for this proof, we will draw BQ, which is parallel to AB, and now ABQP is also a parallelogram. It means now we have two parallelograms. ABCD is a parallelogram given. ABQP is a parallelogram now by construction. So these two parallelograms are present on a common base and they both are lie between two parallel lines. So we will proceed with this concept only. Now parallelogram ABCD and ABQP are on the same base AB and between the same parallel AB and PC. According to theorem, which theorem? Our theorem 9.1. Area of APQB parallelogram is equal to the area of parallelogram ABCD. This is our equation number first. So student, you understand what we did? We did two parallelograms are present on a same base and lie between the same parallel, so the area of these two parallelograms are equal to each other. But students, in this diagram it is very clear that in parallelogram APQB we have a diagonal PB. We know it very well from the 7th chapter that diagonal of a parallelogram divide it into two congruent triangle. It means they are equal in area also. So definitely area of ABP and area of PQB are also equal to each other. So students, area of PAB is triangle PAB is congruent to triangle BQB because diagonal PB divides the parallelogram APQB into two congruent triangle. So definitely area of triangle PAB is equal to area of triangle BQP. Equation number second. We know it very well that area of PAB, because these two triangles are equal in area and they both are half of the part of the parallelogram. So area of PAB is equal to half of the area of ABQP. Equation number third. From equation number first and third, area of triangle PAB is equal to half of ABCD, because in equation number first we prove area of both parallelograms are equal to each other. This is your last result. Area of triangle is equal to half of area of parallelogram when they are present on a common base and lie between same parallel. With this theorem, today's lecture is finished, students. Hope today you will enjoy this lecture. Now your homework. So students, today's homework is do theorem 9.1 and 9.2 from NCERT or from this lecture. Choice is yours in your homework notebook, and write and learn all the definitions of chapter number 9 in homework notebook. You have to learn theorems as well as all the definitions also. So students, thank you very much.